made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 19 of the Miami Marlins franchise on MLB 13, the show. And today we're looking at a few player progressions throughout the season. I haven't really shown you guys these at all in this franchise, but I figured I'd show you a couple. Miguel Sano got a potential increase. Bo Schaefer did. Bo Schaefer was our second round pick from last season, and I think Justin Nicolino had a potential decrease. I can't quite remember. I wasn't completely paying attention, but either way. So a few updates on some prospects there. We entered this game against the New York Mets at 74 and 74. So this is going to be the last gameplay episode of this season. The next episode will be the off season, and we're in about the. This is game 149, so we're right at the end of the season. Only like 2 weeks left. And yeah, so pretty much we're still going for 500. We're 74 and 74. We're trying to get to 80 wins, trying to get to 81 wins, something like that. That would be our goal. That's been our goal throughout the entire season. We're pretty much out of the playoffs unless we like win the rest of our games, but that's definitely not going to happen. So like I said, just going for that 500 record. We got Henderson Alvarez on the mound. He's going to be going up against Sean Markub, who's having a spectacular year with a 2.43 ERA. Opponents only hitting 215 off of him. Alvarez has been pretty solid himself with that sub-4 ERA going 12 and 10. Very solid for a number 4 starter, which is all we're looking for out of him. So I've been very satisfied with what he's done. You can take a look at the Mets lineup on your screen right now. A few noticeable type of things, I guess, is that David Wright's not in the lineup anymore. I don't know if he's hurt. And a lot of new guys on that team. You can see our lineup pretty standard. Logan Morrison is back. I think this is his first game back since he got hurt, like midway through the season. So, or not his first game, but at least the first episode that I'm showing him. And anyway, this game is going to get started out pretty poorly, as one of their hitters is going to hit a triple off of us to start the game. So, not a good start for Henderson Alvarez, not a good start for the Marlins overall. And we're going to have to at least try to contain that. Hopefully they don't get multiple runs off this. There's only one out. Daniel Murphy's up. He's going to hit this one too. Sano at third. He's going to fire it home when we get the runner going home as he barrels over the catcher. But we do hang on. So we prevent the run from scoring. Kirk Neuenhuis is going to be out at the plate. So now, 2 batters later, Ike Davis is up. And it looks like Murphy's going to steal second base there. So the Mets get another runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Chance for Ike Davis to drive him in, the young first baseman with a lot of potential, although he struggled a lot this year in real life. Ike Davis is going to hit this one back up the middle for a base hit. Puig is over to field. He's going to fire it, and it will be not in time as the throw goes all the way to home plate. So it's an RBI single for Ike Davis, and the Mets take an early 1-0 lead. Henderson Alvarez, not the type of pitcher that's going to give you 7 shutout innings or anything like that. So got to kind of, you know, you got to deal with these type of things. You know, like I said, he's not going to go out there and give you shutouts every other start or something like that. This is kind of something to expect. So here's our 4th or 5th guy. Now, in the bottom half of the inning, we're going to try and back him up as there's already a runner on first, Starlin Castro, and he's going to steal second base. So after Castro, I believe, walked to start out the game, he moves on to second base for a scoring opportunity, and with Donovan Solano still up now, the 1-0 count to him. Solano hits this one to deep center field. That one is back. The center fielder is over to get it. He will catch it, but it looks like Castro will tag up and move on to third base. We get a runner on third with less than 2 outs. A great opportunity to score, try to tie up this ball game. Giancarlo Stanton is up the 1-0 count. He's going to hit this one to deep center field as well. Almost an identical spot of the field. This almost gets out. It gets to the warning track in that deep part of center field in Marlins, what's it called? Just Marlins Park, Marlins Stadium, I'm not really sure. So now we move on to the bottom of the second inning with 1 out. Jorge Soler is up, and Soler is going to hit this one back up the middle for a base hit. We get another base runner on, trying to give Henderson Alvarez some more run support, as he did get a quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. So he's settled down a little bit and hopefully can kind of settle in for the rest of the game. Soler is going to end up stealing second base, playing a little bit of small ball here. Been doing that a lot lately. It's really easy to steal bases in this game. Soler has like 55 speed or something like that, so it's not the best, but if you get a good jump, you can get in there. Now Brantley, one of our best contact hitters, hits this one back up the middle for a base hit. Soler is rounding third. He will be waved in, and he is going to be safe as the throw was way offline. Looks like it might have been a good throw if it could have gotten there on target, but Tim Wheeler does not have a great arm, and we kind of played that advantage right there. So anyway, still 1 out. Miguel Sano up. He's going to hit this one up the middle for a base hit. Brantley is going to come around third and score, and we're going to extend our lead now to 3-1 as that throw was cut off, and Sano will stay at first base. So a really great offensive showing for the Marlins so far, trying to find our stride again. But Starlin Castro, a man who I have not hit too well with lately, is going to end up getting the 3rd out right there as he grounds it back. Almost, it was like a swinging bunt. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning. And now in the top of the 3rd, the Mets are up. It looks like the pitcher's up here, Sean Markham, and he's going to hit this one back up the middle for a base hit as that one gets down in the outfield. So Sean Markham gets on base. Something you definitely don't want to allow is the opposing pitcher to get a hit. That should be an advantage for a team, but not right here. So Corey Costa is up next, and he's going to hit this one back up in between the 4-3 hole. So that advances Markham to second. It is now first and second with no outs for the New York Mets, trying to get something going, get back in this ball game. Only a 2-run game. The way the offenses have been going, this one, it looks like it's going to be an offensive showcase. Kirk Neuenhuis up here, the 0-1 count to him. He will hit this one back up the middle for a base hit. Puig will field. He's going to fire it home, and Markham will be held at third base. Strong throw by Puig. Markham obviously not the fastest guy in the world, considering he's a pitcher. Probably a smart idea. Daniel Murphy up here, 0-0 count. He's going to hit that one to right field. Giancarlo Stanton is going to come up. He's going to fire it home. They will not wave around Corey Costa, but Markham does score on the play. So now it's 3-2 Mets. Henderson Alvarez is in a big jam right here, and he has not had a great day so far. A little bit of concern for the Marlins, but Ike Davis up here. He's going to take this changeup, ground it to second base. We'll fire onto second for one, on to first, and there will be no throw as our second baseman gets taken out by the runner. So 1 out, Tim Wheeler up. Wheeler going to hit this one to left field. Jorge Soler is over to field it. It looks like the runner is going to try and test Soler's arm. Soler will fire it home, gives it all, and he will get the runner at home. Kirk Neuenhuis is out at the plate. A great double play by the Marlins, backing up their pitcher Henderson Alvarez. And this game will be tied as we enter the bottom of the third inning. 3-3. Now bottom of the fourth, Yasiel Puig is up. Markham still in the mound. And Puig is going to crush this one to deep right field. And that one is a no-doubt home run over the right field wall into the Mets bullpen. And there's a solo shot for Yasiel Puig, who has really picked it up after having such a great rookie season last year. Kind of came down to earth to start the year, but now he's got his average back up into the 270s, 280s. He's got 20-plus home runs and has really improved as the year has gone on. Great signs from him, and he's really taken to playing center field quite well for us as well, which is something that I'm glad to see. Jorge Soler hits this one past the third baseman for a base hit, so still in the bottom of the fourth inning with no outs. Soler gets on base, trying to get something going here, try to get even more runs to try and back up Henderson Alvarez. Now the next batter is going to be Rob Brantley with the 2-0 count to him after Soler would reach second base. Brantley hits this to deep left field, and that is another no-doubt home run. Brantley does not have the most power in the world, but I have hit a couple home runs with him this year, and you know, it's good to see out of him. I put him right in the middle of that lineup because I need a left-handed bat in there, and I can use Brantley's contact to drive in runs, even though he's not the best power guy. But it was good to see out of him right there. So top five here, Tim Wheeler up with a runner on first base. And Wheeler hits this one to deep right field. That is going to be a 2-run home run. And the Mets climb right back into this ball game as they cut the lead to 6-5. But with this Marlins bullpen with, you know, Henderson and Delabar and Chapman, who knows if the Mets can really kind of surmount this comeback. Alvarez would be pulled later, but still top five here. 2 outs. Jordani Valdespin is going to hit this one to Donovan Solano. Great play by Solano to retire Valdespin, and Henderson Alvarez gets out of the 5th inning. But it is still 6-5. Rob Brantley up here, bottom of the 8th, chance to do some damage, but the Mets bullpen would shut him down after a great catch by Daniel Murphy. So the Mets bullpen really showed up today. They backed up their pitcher, Sean Markham, and we're going to head into the top of the 9th with the Mets only down by 1 run. A lot of hits on both sides, 1 error from the Mets. And here comes our Lotus Chapman, the NL saves leader with 43 saves on that 2.39 ERA, 53 strikeouts in 52 innings compared to 24 walks. Really great year by him. So glad I picked this guy up. Here is a pinch hitter. He's going to hit this one back to the shortstop Castro, but Castro bobbles it. He fires it to first, and the throw was not in time. So the pinch hitter reaches on an E6. Costly play right there by Starlin Castro, not calling Cowgirls up. It will be fielded by Morrison to second for 1 on to first, not in time, so we cannot turn the double play. Colin Cowgill gets on 1 out here with the Mets staying alive in this ball game. And tough double play to turn right there, even though Morrison is the lefty, so it's a little bit easier. Corey Costa up here, 0-2 count to him. He's going to strike out swinging on that slider down and in. Great pitch by our Lotus Chapman. We flip Costa around to the right side of the plate for the first time all day, and the slider really worked on him right there. Now, Kirk Neuenhuis is going to pop this one up to our left fielder, Jorge Soler. Soler will catch it, and that will end the ball game. So the Marlins are going to end up winning 6-5. We improve our record to 75 and 74, get over that 500 mark once again. Something, like I said, I've been trying to do all year, and we do it right here. So anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. We end up winning the ball game. Pretty good outing out of Henderson Alvarez. Could have seen better, but he's had a great year for us, and I'm really excited about his development. I don't think he's going to progress much further than he already has. I think his potential is kind of in that mid B range, and he's already like an 83, 84, so I don't see him getting too further past that, but that's pretty solid for a 4th or 5th starter. him and Eovaldi. Even though Eovaldi struggled a little bit this year, still, you know, in terms of overall ratings, they're kind of where I want them to be. So now that's going to wrap this video. I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And so I'm out. Peace.